What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? This is I, James. ReadoptionAgency.com, 21 years selling on eBay. Today is a holiday, so the post office closed, but we're going to get some stuff done. Man. Well, what can I say? We'll go over the weekend numbers, I guess. See if there's any questions and comments. Did you guys check out my yard sale video? Getting back into the swing of things. You know you're in the right business when you dream about your work. The last 2 nights, I've been dreaming on this epic pick. So funny. So if you're dreaming about picking, you're probably doing the right job for you. Good to have those rekindling feelings and passion back. Just it's coming back. I feel it. I felt it Saturday when I was out thrifting. I was just getting more into it. I could see clearer. That might not make sense to some people, but it's so easy just to pass stuff up. And I'm sure I still pass stuff up. I think we all will always pass stuff up. Things that are a little bit outside of our information, knowledge, or know of. And if you're not looking up when you're there, like I don't, I'm using my phone to record. And maybe I should start taking my second phone and doing Google Lens. It might be an idea. So maybe I'll do that, throw that in next Saturday. But then I watch back the videos and then I notice, well, I should have did this, I should have did that. At the yard sale where I got all the clothes, after I realized they just wanted to get rid of them, I should have just said, I'll give you $20 and take them all off your hands. Because who knows, I didn't dig to the bottom of every box. There could have been one thing there. I have 2 charities that come every month, Red Cross and Women and Children First for battered women and children. And they come to the house every month and pick up stuff. So anything that wasn't worth reselling or might do better in the donations for that, I could throw into that. So I saw that back. I'm like, I should just offer $20 for it all after I realized they were just wanting it gone. Didn't want to, because every time when you know you're in the zone, when you're at a yard sale and stuff, you listen. You can hear everything. So if you go to yard sales and put on headphone stuff, you're doing it wrong. I always say when I see people who are in the bins and stuff with headphones on, I always kind of view them as part-timers, because the people who do this full-time, your ears are always on. You're always listening for everything that's going around you so you can benefit from your surroundings. If you at the bins, if you hear somebody scored something big over here, and then you kind of, to look and you see it and you kind of, and then you can maybe even go up and offer some money for it. And then at that yard sale, I picked up, I don't have to carry it all back in, and then got the whole bag for $5. I should have just said, I'll give you $20 and take it all off your hands. So getting back into the swing of things. That first yard sale I went to, everything was overpriced, so I just stopped even asking for prices. There was some decent stuff there, but I knew I wasn't going to get it at a price to make money on. So I just left with the shirts that I'm going to make good money on. But had fun. Was having fun again. Just driving around aimlessly. I don't use the yard sale app really. I like just randomness, because it's more of a what am I going to find today? When you look at the way I kind of look at it is when you look at yard sale apps and stuff like that, and you see one that says, oh, we got video games. Chances are there's going to be 50 people already there waiting for that video game, right? To see what's there. So I like just hitting the random people, especially the older clientele who are not putting it on Facebook. They're not putting it up on Craigslist or nothing. They're just doing it the old-fashioned way, handwriting signs. I think that's kind of like the couple that the one I went to Saturday with the older ladies there. And their signs were kind of just all over the place they confused me if you watch the video. So I like finding them like that because you can get more of a score randomly, and I like that adventure. just driving with my frozen Coke, my hot chips. What's next? What's out here? So I love that whole feel of it. So, and because I don't need to buy stuff, so I might as well do it the way I enjoy doing it instead of doing it the business way to get the best bang for my buck type of thing. It's more of an enjoyment for me. So fun to do. Well, as we know, what was it? Thursday night, eBay had shut down and did an update, and it totally trashed Friday. In Friday's video, I said it's probably going to trash the weekend, because when they do updates like that, it messes other things up and causes other problems, and it's probably going to end up going 2 or 3 days and before everything comes back up, and etc. So we'll get into, let's look at what happened, and then I can say even Saturday night, Friday night and Saturday night, there was definitely shutdowns again, 7 to 9 hours with nothing coming through, which makes sense normally after an update like that. It messes things up, so they got to go back in several nights in a row to try to fix things. So the typical eBay way. So that Thursday before the before their update, I did $942, just to recap. So they shut down that night and did their maintenance. For Friday, I ended up with $667. So I didn't even quite hit my bottom line that I like to hit. So again, Friday night they shut down for, I think it was about 7 hours. But then Saturday, sales started coming back in, slowly working its way back up. Made it at $821 Saturday, so that was positive. And then yesterday was, and then they shut down again Saturday night. Did I already say that? Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. But anyway, but things kept rolling back. Saturday when I woke up, Sunday when I woke up. I don't remember. I was going to say I thought it was less than it is today, but I honestly don't remember if that was Saturday or Sunday, so it doesn't matter. Yesterday made it up to $1,103. So yesterday I had sales flowing in all day, and it felt normal throughout the day. Last night, another shutdown. It was about 8 hours. Nothing came through. We are at 10:08 a.m. I'm at $89. So definitely you can see the shutdown. See $89 at 10 a.m. That's below the low end where I like to be. But with yesterday's, I'm up at least 20%. So as long as they can keep things going in the right direction, I will be happy. So hopefully today will be a nice rebound day. I think it's just a government holiday, so most people should be back at work and what have you. So I think just the banks and post office closed today type of thing. So hopefully we'll have a nice bounce back day. It is Monday, which usually starts off a little slower. But I usually do better in this when there's no shutdown. But well, hopefully there's a nice rebound after yesterday. Yesterday was a pleasant day. Pleasant, I say. Very pleasant. All right. Let's get into some question and comments before we get into a little bit of this. No sales Saturday and Sunday, usually 5 to 10 a day. Solid fun video on the yard selling video. A lot of you guys kind of could see the yard sale video being one of the better ones for me, just getting back into the swing of it. So the hat suits you. Let me go past the comments on my shoes that the boys got me for Father's Day. Let's see. Let's see, I did 6 sales for $144 yesterday, which I think that would be Friday. I have 3,300 listings right now. I was getting a bunch of traffic and was sending out offers, but most of the day was dead. Cassettes, my weakness. I buy 100, I keep 90. I even, speaking of keeping and personal stuff, as some of you know, I put up my personal stuff in the store, put it in a category called personal items, don't run no sales, no promotions. It's at elevated prices that if somebody bought it, no big deal. Somebody bought one of my personal items yesterday. So that's going out either yesterday or the day before, but that's going out today. You look especially cool today. Thank you. Hey, there's some money coming in. Ooh, WWE Wrestling Tag Team Belt. That came from storage. I think I had that in the Intercontinental Belt, I think it was. One of my accounts, my largest, approximately 10,000 listings, is up 69% in 31 days. Cha-ching! Keep working. Keep it going. Keep that listing going. I'm telling you, even if you're having a bad time right now, keep that listing going. And as I said, take anything that I say on this video as, experiments to try to get more sales, just in case your eBay is fixed and it's really you that's causing the bad sales, and not you particular. Well, yeah, I guess it would be you particular, but how you're doing things with your eBay store and what have you. So make sure you're trying things if you're getting nothing, because if you're just sitting around doing nothing, it's going to drive you even crazier, as you saw with my videos over the past 2 years. Nice score on the train stuff. Thanks for showing up. Those trains I bought at the yard sale, I could have swore they said $15. And then when I was checking out and they said total was $65, I'm like, I guess those trains were a little bit more. But I wasn't going to stop. I mean, I was going to give them the money anyway, because I felt I found enough little toys there that I was going to make some good money anyway. So hopefully I can get like $50 at least a train, since there's 2 trains. So at least kind of double my money on the train. I don't think either one's going to work. It's going to be as is and repair type of thing, restore. So we'll see if I can. So I don't know if I haven't put them up yet, because I'm trying to decide if I should just put them up all in one big lot for $120 and just sell it all as one lot for somebody to restore, since nothing's in perfect condition. And I might just do that. And I might just put it all up for even with the houses, and just put it off for since my 30% off sale comes on, maybe do $199, and then my 30% comes off. That'd be about $140. And then if I can get $100 out of it, I'm fine with that. So I'll probably do something like that on those pieces. So those will probably go up today, since I think that's the way I'm going to go. Got it figured out. How do you build/grow an eBay without going too quick? Do it for 21 years. Of course, there's a lot more to that answer than that. Depends on your situation. Everybody's saying RIP eBay sounds so dumb. eBay's not going anywhere. eBay is not going anywhere. 1988 Transformers Joyride Power Masters line. That was one of the items in the bag. I found a vintage G1 Transformer. So that went up yesterday. I think I put up for $50. And then my 30% off sale. And that was at the ladies where I got the train. So well, I wasn't worried about. Here's that gnat back again. Dude, you're not dead yet? What are you eating? What do the gnats feed off of? Because there ain't nothing down here except unless you're feeding off clothing or something. That might not be good. Those are moths. That's not that. I don't know what the dude's doing. All right. Be miserable or motivate yourself. Whatever has to be done, it's always your choice. Wayne Dyer quote. Let's see. One part of Lowe's sales started Thursday/Friday, maybe also as a result of Father's Day weekend. Nope, that's definitely not the case, because yesterday, Father's Day itself, whew, sales crazy. Most of the people, see, that's the thing. I try not to use holidays as an excuse for totally tanking, especially if you sell around the world. Plus, like, I don't really celebrate any holidays anymore. So somebody like me, and I think society's getting more and more like that, right? As you get more people, separating from religion, you have less people going to church. So they're at home on Sundays, or, shopping on Sundays, or whatever the case may be. So I think society, it feels like society more and more is going away from actually celebrating holidays, and even if they're off work or something. But you just take little trends, like Monday mornings are always seem a little bit slower. I always say it's because people are back at work and they got to get things done real quick to get caught up so they can slack off the rest of the week. That's the way I kind of look at it. But yeah, people shop every day, especially if you're selling all around the world. Not everybody celebrates everything, so you can't have like a closed little mind. And I don't mean little, I mean little as in viewpoint, your vision. Because just because the people a lot of people think just because you yourself do something that the overall majority does it, right? Kind of like with a lot of the hate that goes around today. People who are hating and trying to cancel people, they think just because they feel that way that everybody needs to feel that way. And it's kind of the same way with, pretty much everything in human nature, if you think about it. If you celebrate Christmas, you kind of think everybody or the majority of people celebrate Christmas, when probably it's probably 50-50 about now. Because especially as you get older and you have more of your family die off and stuff, it's like, it's Christmas, let's do something different. Let's go to Florida and sit on the beach for Christmas, things like that. You have a lot of people who do things like that. So kind of got to get out of that mindset of just because you do it or you believe that the majority does it. That's not always the case. So whatever happened to City Hustle that Lonnie and you started? Like the name so much better. City Hustle was an idea I had come up with, and we all got together. I was gathering my friends. We had another local seller. He goes by Lonnie Man on eBay. If you search in my YouTube store and put in City Hustle, you'll see our little promo video we did. But the premise of that was, we made a little promo video about, and it was going to be based around picking in the city, buying and reselling on eBay from the city format. We were going to, do everything from dumpster diving, city thrift stores. If we see people walking down the street with something we want to buy, we'll try to buy their shoes from them, their hats from them, their clothes from them. Try to throw in a bunch of different elements you've never seen on TV before, especially like the dumpster diving and stuff. I don't think anybody does that on major TV that I know of, that I recall seeing. At least not consistent thing. But the little promo video was more of a joke-based feel to it. And even some of it, if you watch it, kind of reminds you of a little Dukes of Hazzard, where you have an over-talk overlay thing going on. So I just threw all these different ideas into the thought, and that's what we came up with. And then I took that video and I kind of sent it to like Mike Wolf from American Pickers. I sent it to like the Discovery Channel or whatever. I sent it to a bunch of different of the production companies I found on Facebook that kind of produce those types of shows, kind of sent it to them and never heard nothing back. Nothing ever really happened from it. So it just never went anywhere. So it would be a cool thing to do for a YouTube video. Lonnie's wife passed away. It's been less than a year, I believe now. And I think he's got his health, getting his health back together. He's lost some weight, so he's feeling a lot better. I don't have my dad to take care of anymore. Maybe it could be something to rekindle. The one friend who was involved, he's moved 2 hours away, though. The other friend who was involved, his kids are pretty much grown now and doing their own thing. So he's, not counting his work day, he might have more free time on the weekends and stuff. It's a thought. It's a thought. I think maybe if we can keep getting consistent days on, or at least I can keep getting consistent days on eBay where I feel the money is not a worrisome problem or anything, to like if I go out and spend X amount of money to make a video. It's a thought, it's a thought, it's a thought to rekindle that. It was a fun concept, and we were just going to highlight St. Louis and the inner city and all that stuff. So, didn't know you were in STL until you said you were back. You were on the Rock Road. Now I'm double glad I started following you. My favorite pics of yours was the Transformer Joyride. Love the G1 stuff. Yes. So good. My favorite video from you so far. Appreciate that you showed the records, tapes, and toys, my kind of stuff. At least some sales are starting to come in right now, so that's good. Holy cow, I wonder how many shirts you were going to be able to hold. My back, I could have got more, but my back from bending over like that was bothering me, so I'm like, I'm done. And that's why I should have just offered like $20 for all of it. All those shirts. Let's skip down a little bit. All right, I see the emo shirt and the SIUE Cougars shirt. I think those were actually gym pants, but yeah. And a QT cup. How did I know you were in the St. Louis area? I am right across the river in Illinois. Great finds. Gotta love those prices. Oh, speaking of that, I saw Craigslist Hunters, Pete's video yesterday that he put out. So I want to say this for anybody who's watching my videos who don't understand how reselling and businesses work. Because apparently a lot of people started tagging him and even people emailing him because he only paid $50 for this huge lot of video games. Some of them were sealed. So people started saying they ripped him off and stuff like that. And he's gone into details of how it happened. He wasn't even there. Somebody offered, his coworker $50, bought it. His coworker probably didn't know too much about video games, so that's what you do in business, especially if people just need money and want stuff. Boom, gone. Chances are they're going to do drugs anyway. People, I'm not saying anything about that, but that's another way of looking at it too. Do you know how many people I've known in life and friends who have overdosed when they got their tax money? Think about that. When these people who are into drugs and stuff get too much, it can literally kill them. I don't know who I didn't see the original video, so I don't know who the person was that sold them the stuff, but anyway, that's just another perspective. But here's the thing about reselling business. Everything that we buy is a gamble. Everything we buy, we may not know the exact value of at the time we're buying it. We're not looking it up in front. I'm not at least looking it up at yard sales. He probably didn't look it up in front of the customer. So you're going off of what you think you know. That's called a gamble. That's called business. Not everybody knows everything. The only reason these people probably attacked him is because they went and searched this stuff and found out the information afterwards also. All right. Let's see if there's anywhere I'm going with this in a particular direction. So with business, when you're buying stuff like that, and that's what I was going to say. Markets change also, and also if you do things like that are collectible and you put them up at auction, especially with the way eBay's been lately, you don't know if you're going to get $5 or $500 out of something. At auction, you usually get 3 times less than what it's worth, right? And if there's something not out there, chances are you're putting it at auction just to see what you can get out of it. So there's a lot of different variables when it comes to buying and reselling and taking that chance. But here's the thing, and I'm not going to say all, a lot, how about all respectable resellers? I'm going to say that, which I believe Pete is one of them. I consider myself to be a respectable reseller. Here's the way we work. When we buy something, 9 times out of 10, we're going to see that person again. We're going to know about where that person is, maybe about how to contact that person. When you're working in a business like that, he's probably taken down his name, his driver's license info and stuff like that, because he probably legally has to with the state of Illinois. I think he's in Illinois, right? With the state, period. Most states are like that. People like me, if I'm buying stuff from somebody, I know they've either contacted me via social media, I've met them at the bins, I went to their house to buy something, etc., etc. Now here's where the jealous ignorancy comes into play, is people watching don't see all the other stuff. They do not have no clue about how businesses run and how people are. See, people like that are just ignorant, jealous, vindictive, mean, ugly people. That's all they are. So they don't see everything else. Now, do I have any doubt that if Pete put that up, I think the one game went for $1,000. If he didn't have some way to contact that guy, even without all those comments on the video, so don't think you did anything, because you didn't. Chances are Pete would have contacted him and said, hey, we only gave you $50 for this. I'm going to give you a little bit more because we sold them for some good money. I've done it before. I've done it many times before. I will even say to the people sometimes when I'm buying something, I'm like, I don't know, this may go for this amount, but it's probably going to go around this area. But if I do get this, surprisingly, I know where you are. I will come back and give you some more money, or, something like that. And I've done it before. And there's been many a times where I've said that and I haven't been able to go back because my first instincts were kind of true. So that it didn't go for that much. But ugly people don't understand that people who run a business, especially people who put themselves out there all the time about everything, usually are good people. And when stuff like that happens, you usually reach back out. I'm probably not even shown on any Pete's video, probably maybe even before he started YouTube. He's probably done that several times over the years. Like somebody will come back in who constantly sells him stuff and he got something more than he thought he was going to. And the next time they come in and they sell something, you give them a little bit more for the items you're buying. Or you just give them an extra $50 or whatever the case may be. That's how respectable people do. Respectable people don't start attacking people personally. Don't start emailing them personally and threatening them and their families and stuff like that. People like that just need to be erased off the existence of planet Earth, in my opinion. Because that's just screwball mental job, right? So I just want to put that out there that if you're watching this video and you think things like that, you know nothing about what goes on behind the scenes. You know nothing about risk. And you don't know I just said the word twice and now I lost it. That most of the major resellers, especially the ones that put them out there, are respectable and do the right things and don't try to rip people off. They don't see. I think the people who point fingers are the people who would rip people off. They're probably the people who would go in and steal from your house and not tell you. People who are respectable resellers, who especially have been doing this for a long time, know that it's best to make sure the people you buy from are taken care of, because they're always going to come back with something else. I just wanted to put that out there, because there's just too much stupidity, literal stupidity, and jealousy and ignorance and just BS like that. And that just, those type of people just, like I said, they should just be erased from existence. Learn a thing or two before you open your mouth. That's what you should always do. People want to think that they know it all when they know very little. All right, let's get into this. Everybody wants to think they know more than they really do. I know nothing about a whole lot and a whole lot about nothing. We're going to let this catch up, but sold Mr. Kevin Nash. So I'll pack him up, obviously, off camera, because he's going to be, ain't too bad. You just fold him up, and then I get one of my mailer boxes that my bubble mailers come in, and just kind of break it down and put him inside of it and tape it up. That's what I did with Goldberg. But he sold for $115. So he's out of the way now. Come on. I need a box for those hats. Oops, grabbed the wrong size, but I probably needed this one anyway. Actually, it'd probably fit in the other one, but oh well. Let's just do this one. First up, we got, are you ready for a hat lot? Yeah. We got 17 hats headed to Wilmington, Delaware. 17 hats sold for $85. We got Frisbee Creations hat. Actually, I might as well get this box. That box might be a little big. Yeah, you're not going to fit in there. We got a nice colorful Amazon box here. Should fit in there. Let's see. So we got the Frisbee's Creations. We got the Ignatz Outpost. Something. Forest Hills Country Club. Murray's. St. Louis Canine Search and Rescue. Colorado. Shutesbury. Chill. Just chill, man. Just chill. Rocky Mountains. Barbados. It's a paradise. America. Oh, America. SLCPD. I guess this box wasn't a good choice either. Missouri. That's not going to fit in it. We got a sun hat. We've got Willie McGee. Cardinals hat. Serrano, something, golf club. Serrano. And Myrtle Beach in the house. Yeah, it's not gonna fit in that. Let's go with this one, baby. Maybe. Let's try this one. I did put this one aside for something else, but that's all right. I forgot about all these hats. I had to go into a box. Nope, you're not gonna fit in there either. Dude, you're striking out right now. What's your problem? Fine. That's way too big. You'll go in this. This is what Jan's medicine comes in. It comes in a cooler case because you have to keep it iced in the ice box. But it's not Sextinda. She said it yesterday, and I'm like, okay, I can remember that name, and now I forgot it. But it's not Sextinda. It's Cisn. Now it starts with an S or a C anyway. I just can't remember it. It always escapes my memory. See, I got a small brain. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. Hell, I'm surprised I made it 21 years reselling. Myself can't even remember the name of a drug. You know how long it took me to remember the word ibuprofen? It's a good thing I'm not embarrassed about things in life. Because for the longest time, I could never remember the name ibuprofen. And you see it on the videos. Like, I'll say a word twice, and then 5 minutes later, forget the freaking word. Respectable. I mean, come on. Like, what the hell is wrong with my brain that does stuff like that? But yet, if I drive somewhere once, I will remember every detail about every turn and can tell you exactly how many turns, how many lefts, how many rights, and exactly how to get there, and I would never have a problem getting there again. But yet, I have a hard time remembering the word respectable. And I can remember almost everything. If I run across something I bought, I could probably tell you where I bought it and how much I paid for it. All right, finally, James, we're getting the first thing shipped out. There's an offer for, I had broke down an old vacuum cleaner we had. Oh, no, these are actually iRobot pieces I found at the thrift store, Ben's, I think. $20 for a couple of two replacement brushes for an iRobot Roomba. Except yeah, oh, we got another offer too. Captain America hat. $8.50 offer. It's kind of dirty, so I'm pricing it down. If you accept, I'm going to buy another hat to combine shipping. Well, there you go. Buy away, friend. Buy away. I am buying away. I'm sailing away and I'm buying away. First class, which will change when I put in the weight. $12. make you holler, 'cause I'm a cheap whore. We go 12 by 12 by 10. 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 40 minutes. 40 minutes. Oh, great. This is going to Mexico. The last two things that went to Mexico, I was having problems with. I think one of them I had to refund because it disappeared in customs or border or whatever it says when it does that. And this is a lot of Ferrari Hot Wheels. I bought this from a friend I buy from at the Goodwill when he has toys that won't move at his flea markets and toy stores or toy show. He sells me all the leftover stuff cheap. So this was in one of the packages and sold for $29. Headed to Mexico. What do I want to put this in? Ain't gonna fit in that box. You fit in here? Yes, you will. All right, if these cars don't make it, Mexico will be next on my block list. So, we will see if these make it or not. $29. What's that under title-wise? Hot Wheels. Oh, that's a different size box. Where'd those come from? 10 by 6 by 4. Someone's at your door. And they baked you a cake. Used. What's a good way to put it where it won't get stolen? I don't want to put Hot Wheels. Used die cast cars. Hopefully that'll be enough of a deterrent. That might be harder to translate die cast, and people know Hot Wheels. Probably no matter what nationality you are, so try that. To alleviate any thievery. Because you know those drug cartels want those Hot Wheels. Because the money's in the Hot Wheels, not the drugs. Move to shipped. Next up, we've got an item Jan picked up over at the bins that was filled with 45s. So it's an old 45 case. So for $8, headed to Mansfield, Texas. And oh, are you kidding me? You dummy. The box I put the original, how did I miss that? The box I put the hats in originally. I was still laying there. God, glad I found it now. That light hat shouldn't change the pricing. Just one little light hat. Dummy. You're so silly. You're so silly. Alright. gonna be a little too big. Oh, come on. Where's it going? Texas. It'll be alright. Texas. Give me air bubbles. Air bubbles. Give me air bubbles. Today. Give me air bubbles. Get in there. Yeah, so last night's video last night's dream, I was at some Goodwill bin store, and nobody was grabbing the media, and I was just finding all kinds of like high dollar soundtrack cassettes, and then I found like this whole slew of vinyl, which was kind of, some of it was water damaged and stuff, but I was going through and picking pieces out of it that I could salvage, and they were all like good dollar title vinyl. And I was like, and then people were handing me stuff and cassettes. And, you want this and you want this. And then I had like a cart, and I was putting it in. And I was neatly putting it in so it nice stacked up, and I could get as much in it as I could. It was, it was silly. Love it. When you dream about your job, you're doing the right job. 14:10:6. You're doing what you love. Next up is my personal item. So I bought Shameless picture disc vinyl. It's like a makeshift type of. There's one guy who puts it all together and then gets like various singers to sing on it and stuff. Smaller glam stuff. His name is, I forgot his name. I see him on Facebook almost every day, and I can't remember his name. Alex Michael. But like on this one, Stevie Rochelle from Tough, who used to run Metal Sludge. Steve Summers from Pretty Boy Floyd. They do Eastbound and Down by Smokey and the Bandit. And then Frankie, you see the King of the Hill hat I wear all the time, sometimes the shirt. Local band King of the Hill, Frankie, the lead singer's on one of the songs on here. Get out of my dreams. Get out of my dreams and into my car. But they do more rockin' style of it. But a bunch of different. Carrie Kelly, Steve Riley. So just various different people. Limited to 300 copies. So I put it up. I think I paid like 20 or 25 bucks for it. I put it up for like 60. If somebody wants to pay me 60 for it, they can have it. Somebody paid me 60 for it. So they got it. They got it. They got it. So I'll go ahead and send it first class since it costs so much. Make sure it doesn't get smashed with the media mail stuff. Or priority, whatever it comes out to be. First class it is. No, not 138, James. 13.8. All right. Next up, we've got. Are you ready for a cassette light? Yeah. All right, we got 8 cassettes. Headed to Boise, Idaho. Sold for $33.50. Phil Collins, Charlie Daniels, Van Halen, Eric Clapton, Huey Lewis, The Police, Toto, and Viato de los Andos. Is that, make sure that's kind of an oddball, so I want to make sure that's there. Yep, it's there. So there we go. There's the stack of cassettes. Now I must check the sponge. All right, let me see if I can guess which ones the sponges are going to be off of. So that one should be fine. Those are going to be fine. All right, so I'm going to guess Charlie Daniels and Huey Lewis is 50-50 chance. So I'm going to say yes on the Huey, yes on the Charlie Daniels, and the other two I'm going to say no, but there's a chance they are. Okay, no on that. And then it should be no on this one maybe. No, cool. And these two probably will need it. Oh, yay! Charlie Daniels don't. Normally, 9 times out of 10, when you see like the old Epic labels with the red print and the colored tape, usually need them. And that's why this one's a colored tape too, of the same sorts. And yay! No. Awesome. I like that. I like it. I like it when it's that. And you don't have to glue. He might have already did them yesterday, maybe even. So. The Charlie Daniel one really surprised me. So maybe he did them yesterday. Because they were already pulled here for me. So Adrian could have done them maybe. He normally doesn't, so that's why I figured I was going to have to. But they could have all just been spot on. Next up will be Kevin Nash. I'll do him off camera, but headed to Mechanicsville, Maryland. $115 plus shipping. And if you're new to my videos, all the prices I give do not include the shipping that I do charge. Next up, this came with the same guy who sells me the Hot Wheels stuff. Sells me the toys from Goodwill Bins. So this was a tore up box of a old Titanic Margaret Brown doll. Headed to Largo, Florida, sold for $10. It will fit in here. It will fit nicely in here, yes. 1, 2, 3. Just a little over. So it is the lengths. 15 by 10 by 5. 15, 10, 5. Boom, 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 boom. All right, something's got to be up with this. There was a 6 lot. He clicked on it yesterday. I'm wondering if he shipped it and it didn't transfer over or something, because the first 2 of the 6 cassettes I couldn't find. I'm like, where the heck are these? They should be here. And I'm like, I wonder if he shipped them and they didn't ship over, so I was going to check with him. He clicked on it, so obviously something happened. So I got to figure that out and see, and get that tracking number transferred if that's the case. Because I kind of looked around just in case he was pulling and set them somewhere. So I'll have to find out. But they were 6 cassettes headed to Snyder, Texas, and they sold for, no, that's a different one, sorry. Sold, headed to Quaker, Pennsylvania, sold for $28. So I gotta figure out what's going on with that. Something's not right. All right, MTV rock and roll cassette sold for $4. Headed to Schneider, Texas. So I didn't list anything Saturday. So I had to make up yesterday. So yesterday I got 200 items listed. And I figured I went ahead and just made my, since I wanted all the stuff. Ooh, there's a hair growing out of my ear. Did I get it? Yes, I got it. I wonder if I can make a video series about pulling ear hairs. But anyway, I'm like, left all my glass cubes in my office kind of bare, and then I started just throwing stuff up there again. It was kind of junking it up. I'm like, man, that's not what I want to do. What do I want to do with this space? And I just went back to the whole, when I list something, it goes straight into the glass cube. Because I started listing and I started drafting, and I put it all on the shelves. And like, it's a big step to file the stuff, bring it down, or take a box up, right? Especially if you're just topping off boxes. It can be an annoying process. Let's just say that, kind of annoying. So I'm like, let's just make the glass cubes again. I list it, put it here, and then when I get the glass cubes full, then I can bring boxes up and just start transferring it over. But what I'm doing differently this time is like the strip at eye level, I'm making that my personal stuff to make it a display. So it's pleasant on the eyes. And then when I'm doing the listing and temporary placing them in the glass cube to list them, I am at least setting it up in maybe a little bit of a more eye-pleasing way, if you will, instead of just shoving it. And then you got to kind of dig for stuff. So just kind of setting it up, it'll be like a rotating display. When I list stuff, it kind of goes there, and then it'd be like a kind of rotating display. And I'm like, that might be kind of pleasant. It won't be the same thing all the time. It'll be efficient in listing, and then efficient in switching over, bringing it down here, whatever, and it would always be changing and always be eye-pleasing. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So, next up, Patriotic Favorites cassette. Sold for $7, headed to Springboro, Ohio. Jan's working like 12 days in a row. I'm like, you gotta get some time off on weekends or something so we can just go on a little road trip. I need to get away. Oh, she is off next Saturday. That's right. She's in the middle of, not in the middle, but yeah, I guess it would be middle. 12 days in a row. She said Friday's her last day. She's off Saturday. Because I said, cool, we can go yard sailing, and that'll be a change with you on camera. That's yes. Forgot about that. Yes. So she's, I guess it would be halfway. I guess it's Monday, so a little bit more than halfway through the 12 days. And she's, I mean, obviously, I want to grow the YouTube because it would be nice to, if I can get YouTube to supplement her income, right? So that she can start stepping back part-time, whatever she wants to do. She's going to do part-time because she don't want to lose all of her, because if you step back, you kind of get out of the world of drugs and pharmacy, so your knowledge starts slipping of newer items, newer things, and stuff like that. So she always wants to stay, she says, wants to stay part-time so she can keep up with the knowledge and stuff. But like, she's been standing so much on her bad legs that she literally is bruised from like here, like half of her leg is bruised, just big old bruises all over her legs from standing so much. And it kind of just has to do with the drugs she's on for her autoimmune disease and all this and that. So, it's taken more of a, you can see as time goes by, it's taking more of a toll on her body, right? So, and somebody said, made a comment once and said, "You make $800 a day. How can you not be making enough money?" But they don't like it. Obviously, they don't know how businesses work. $800 a day is not the money you're putting in your pocket. So I didn't respond to them. Figured they'll figure it out one day. Alrighty, we've got an international CD from Hastings, a Latin CD, sold for $4, $4.20, headed to Miami, Florida. I'm like, yeah, they'll figure it out. It'll be a lot easier if I can keep getting my $1,000 days from eBay if they had stopped shutting down overnight and stuff. That would be pleasant. Also, then we can start going on more picking trips and get more picking style videos out and stuff. So more of the fun stuff. Adidas hat sold for $9.50, headed to Springfield, Illinois. It's 1 hour already. I wonder how much money, we didn't talk YouTube, but I just got talking, but I wonder how much money I made on my first day on that yard sale video. What did I spend? I don't even know what I spent. I didn't add it up. 65, 75, 76. I can't remember the places I went now. 76. And 77. I know I went to another place, right? I don't know. Probably under 100. Let's just say that. I'm pretty sure it was under 100. Might have been 77. I can't remember what other places I went to. Analytics. Actually, it should be over on my dashboard. How to buy items at the yard sale. Oh, yeah. $26.60. Finally spent $77. I have to go back and add it up, but to see. But I can't remember where I spent, where all the ones I went to. But anyway, if that's the case, that's either a third or a fourth of the money back. So that's probably been the best one on day one of making the money back. So that's cool. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Alrighty. We got a cha-ching. We got a Brooklyn baseball jersey here. Sold for $10, headed to Champlin, Minnesota. Since we're at an hour, I'll just go through these real quick for you guys. Let me refresh that. Go all the way up. So we got Kevin Nash, 115. At the Brooklyn, we got Sopranos CD. Sold for $4.20. We've got a Kansas City Royals hat. Sold for $10.50. When Kristen from Rural Squirrel and Angie from Angie Resells had that little get-together here in St. Louis, we went down to the St. Louis bins. This is one of the items I found down there that day. And one of the things I always try to teach you to look for and keep an eye out for. First off, it's a CD. Second off, it has no barcode. And thirdly, it's a Target CD. Yay, Target CDs for Judy Collins. Sold for $22. Next up, was it the first yard sale videos I did? The Creepy Estate Sale, I think it's titled. One of the shirts. This was another shirt. I kept the two Avenged Sevenfold shirts for myself. That's the only two shirts I kept, I believe. 2 or 3 Avenged 2, I think 2. But a Green Day shirt, and that sold for $14. We got Drew Down, just the inserts, CD inserts, sold for $6. I forgot to pull that CD. Popped out of nowhere, sold for $7, whatever it is. Crawford Electric Hat sold for $9.50. We've got Basic Square Dance Vinyl, sold for $3.50. We've got Are You Ready for a CD Live? We got like some punk style, various artist stuff. Victory Style, Go Ahead Punk, Make My Day, Plea for Peace, Another Year on the Streets, Team Mint, and the band Engines of Aggression. 6 CDs sold for $19.50. And then we've got this spiffy little women's Kentucky Derby stylish hat, I would think. And that sold for $15. So, $15. And then we have the belt that sold for $10.50. We got a Cardinals hat that sold for $8. We've got a Heaven's Hip Hop compilation cassette that sold for $5. And what just paid was a Rod Stewart vinyl record for $3.50. So boom. That is everything. Let's see where we're at the moment. Not really big dollar stuff coming in. We were at $89 at 10. It's 11 now. We're at 135. So still not even at the low end. So boo. Boo. Psst. Yes, boo. All right. Well, things don't have to go out today, so I can finish this whenever I feel like it. I think I'm going to go get me a Gatorade and a water at the store, at least get out once today. No, James, you're going to ride your bike later. Yes, you are. So you need that water and Gatorade. Yes, I am. Thank you, James, for letting me know and reminding me and making sure that I do. No problem, James. You have a nice day, James. You too, James. Thank you, James. Later, James. Okay. And to all you people, please like, subscribe, and all that jive if you have not. And of course, I will see you all in the next video. Later.